The first thing that you need to do is to make sure you get yourself to as safe place as you can. Find yourself a competent attorney who practices in personal injury and will understand some of the things that you're going through. And as I tell people, for 33 years I've been doing this. I've had my own accident. So I would like to be one of those individuals that they would interview so I can at least try to find out how I can best help them myself.
And good evening, everybody. This is Cruz with Cruz Inc. Radio 102.8, your internet radio station for smooth jazz, R&B, gospel, and more. This is a special broadcast tonight, and so I hope that you guys will stay tuned for our discussion. We will be opening up the phone lines at 804-601-0281. It is 9:07 on Friday evening. Hope that you've had a wonderful and fantastic Friday. It was a beautiful day, a little warm. We've had a lot going on in the city. Was out with the mayor earlier, and they are going to be breaking ground soon on hopefully a new community center on Ruffin Road, the TD Smith Center as it stands now over there by Davy Garden. They're planning on a state of the art community center, and that's going to be extremely flexible. I think once they get done with it, it's going to be another showcase for Richmond, another beautiful project for the South Side here in the 8th District, where River Trammell is the council person. Now, before we get into the discussion tonight, I want to make a disclaimer. The disclaimer is that the views expressed here tonight are not necessarily those of our sponsors or any affiliates with the Cruise Inc. Media or Cruise Inc. Radio 102.8 station. But these are my views as a citizen of Richmond, a resident of the 8th District, and also as a business owner, the things that I am going to be talking about tonight. And I invite you to call in if you have any comments, any questions that you would like to perhaps talk about or have a discussion about. I do want the discussion to be one that, again, that we have a logical discussion. Um, I am not going to tolerate any disrespect when you call in. So I'm asking that if you would like to call in, you have any comments, you can also put your comments in the comments section as well, and I'll be glad to put those on the screen. You know, ever since the conversation began about the casinos, and when there were other casinos in the running, there was a lot of controversy, and that controversy continues to this day. We're about maybe 17 days away from the election, which again we know that this is an important election. I want to say that first and foremost. We're electing a governor, a lieutenant governor, an attorney general, a Commonwealth attorney, a city sheriff, and a number of delegates, the treasurer, city treasurer. So, therefore, again, this is important that we get out and vote. Your vote does matter, it is important. Many people have died over the history, over time, rather, uh, for the right for us to vote. So I'm going to say go out and exercise your right to vote. And also on that is going to be the referendum in reference to one casino and resort. That's going to be, again, our topic of conversation tonight because it has been, in my opinion, one of the most polarizing and controversial subjects and topics here in the metropolitan area, especially within the city limits of Richmond. Even so, the conversations that have centered around the 8th district. So we want to have a candid conversation about that. Again, there have been some really harsh things said. There have been some things that have not totally been factual said. So, uh, again, I'm inviting people. We're going to have a very raw and uncut conversation tonight, rather, about one casino and result. There have been a number of meetings. I don't know how many of you have had a chance to make it to any of the meetings, but I've been to several. I read a lot of literature. I've listened to a lot of people on both sides of the argument. And so, one of the things that I will say in leading into this conversation is that you have a choice. You have a choice to vote yes. You have a choice to vote no, or you can simply not vote at all. I know there are, again, a lot of emotions on this side. So we're going to try to, again, talk about some of the things that have been going on. One of the things that struck me as I began this conversation was this topic right here that came up on my Facebook timeline on the Richmond VA Things to Do page. Of course, you all know we have about 11,200, 400 members. And so, as I've been posting information about One Casino, again, people have been free to make their conversations. We don't delete them or anything, but we want a reason. And something that I saw today, and it was basically some shade being thrown on the Liberation Church, that a church was hosting a job fair for a casino. Well, here we go. First of all, it wasn't a job fair necessarily for the casino. It's just that, again, One Casino and Resort was hosting it, and that they had other vendors out there so people can come out and apply for jobs and get interviews on the spot and try to find employment. There were a number of different, again, uh, potential employers out there that were looking for good people to come in to staff their facilities. So let's first of all, let's not say that the church was hosting it. It was held at their facility. Okay, so let's talk about that. And then I saw the comment that it was blasphemy for the church to be promoting the casino. Now, I'm not a member of Liberation Church. I don't know any of the leadership there. I don't necessarily know the pastor there personally. I've just heard of his name in passing, and so I am not, first of all, getting compensated by anybody. I'm not being compensated by Urban One. I'm not being compensated by uh, One Casino and Resort. I'm not being compensated by a Peninsula or anybody affiliated with uh, Urban One and One Casino. Okay, I haven't been promised anything. Again, I'm coming as a citizen with a platform, with a business owner as a platform, and as somebody that actually lives in the 8th district. Been here 5 years now. We had our home built here, in 2016. So I have a stake in this. I have a vested interest, not only again as a citizen of Richmond, but someone that's in the 8th district. So let me get back to the conversation about hosting the job fair at the church. I know a lot of people, again, spiritual people, people that can get information totally wrong. So I wanted to clarify that is that there were other vendors there, other employers there, and that again, the church was the host facility. Now, I don't want to preach tonight, but those of you that know me, I have a theological background. I have a degree in theology, and I wanted to talk just kind of scave over, not even scave over this, but talk about how people can really misinterpret something. And even when they said that having it in the church was blasphemy, the word church, and I just want to clear this up again. I'm not going to belabor this point, but to say that the church having that there was blasphemy, first of all, you have to go back and understand etymology when it comes to words in the Bible, the Word of God. The word church was translated, and it means ecclesia. The word ecclesia means to be called out of your homes or to be called out to assemble somewhere in terms of when they were talking about again the called out, we're talking about the followers. So it had nothing to do with a building. So that word church again is ecclesia. It means to be called out. It is in reference to the people, has nothing to do with a building. A building is not sacred to the point where you can't have an event there that's going to be beneficial for the people. If there was, it wasn't, they weren't having any stripping in there. They weren't having any dancing in there. This was a job fair. This is what part of the called out or people that are spiritual should be doing is helping to create opportunities for people. So I just want to say that was kind of to me a little bit of off the mark per se when they said that it was blasphemy for the church to be hosting that. Now I know it's Friday, it's Friday evening, and this is the topic of conversation. But uh, some of the things that I've heard, I saw this sign right here today that those that who oppose uh, one casino have a big billboard on Richmond Highway, right again in the South Side, and it says that it is rigged to drain. And I wish I had somebody that will call in and tell me how is it that this casino in resort is going to drain our city? How is it going to drain the A district? In my mindset, it is going to actually bring resources to both the city and also the 8th district. So I don't see a draining here. I see a pouring into the city because when you look at it, once it is completed, one of the line items is $16 million in charitable contributions and programs and incentives into the Richmond community. So to me, that's not a drain, that is again a pouring into. So people are not thinking logically here. That's an emotional statement to me when you say it's going to drain, is rigged to drain. So also that is saying that the integrity of urban one is being brought into question, that they would do anything or have anything to do with something that would be advantageous to this community. I met with Mr. Liggins. I've listened to him a number of times. He and his mother, to me, and I'm sure hundreds of thousands of people that have met them, know that they are an organization of integrity. They have been helping the Richmond area and metropolitan Richmond area for over 20 something years. So it is, again, kind of asinine to me to think that they've been helping in the community for over 20 years. And now that they're going to do something that's going to be detrimental to, to the community, and more so, it would be detrimental to their brand to do something that would again hurt this community, hurt this city, and hurt the people that they've been serving the most, which they will tell you in a heartbeat that they are people that again are for the people of color, and that they've been creating opportunities for people of color a long time. So, again, that point, rig to drain, to me, has no validity, has nothing to stand on. Here's another, argument here that they talk about gambling addictions, and the what is ironic is so much conversation about the gambling addiction, but nobody is having an outcry about the violence in that city. We've had a number of events where people have been invited to come out and support our law enforcement officials, our police department, our justice system, and really again try to come up with some ways to address the violence. But everybody is jumping on, Urban One and one casino that it's going to create gambling addictions. Now, if that is the truth, then let's get rid of the lottery. Let's get rid of online betting. We have Colonial Downs that's up in New Kent. So why is that this casino going to create such a huge gambling addiction for people? It's been stated that probably less than 14% of the people that gamble actually get addicted. So again, the reasoning here not to vote for yes to the casino is one of those that doesn't they don't have a leg to stand on. And also, you got to understand this is not just a casino, but it is a resort. And in that, you're going to have a four-star AAA, four diamond, 250 room hotel, luxury hotel. Where in the city currently do we have any type of amenity like that, where we have a luxury hotel within the city limits of Richmond? Now I'll wait on that. The phone line's open. Somebody call me and tell me where there's a luxury hotel that's four-star, a AAA rating, four diamond, 250 room luxury hotel. I'll wait for the phone call on that one, because to my knowledge, we don't have one already. And then you talking about having a Glory Park with 55 acres of green space where you can actually come out, bike trails, walking trails, where that area is going to be absolutely magnificent. Where else can we always talking about things to do and places to go? Now here's something that again will offer 55 acres of green space, not to mention a theater with live music, a venue that's going to bring approximately 200 shows with more than 250,000 visitors annually. So again, to those that were saying this is going to be a drain, I see more pouring into here and not a drain. We're talking about again an on-site radio and TV studio with a sound stage. So that means that we have an opportunity here in Richmond through the casino and the resort to have again a high-end, upscale, state-of-the-art TV and radio studio and sound stage. Again, that's a pouring into and not a drain. And then you talk about some of the other benefits here. Uh, there's going to be a $5.7 billion economic impact to the city. I don't know about you, but In the city of Richmond, my property taxes went from 6% to 23 percent. Now, if this revenue, $5.7 billion economic impact, more than 5 million in revenue and benefits to the Richmond community, the taxes that are going to be coming in, and then all the revenue is going to come in, should level out our personal property taxes, so that again, the monies that we're spending will be coming back in. And I just have faith in our leadership that if we scream loud enough and be very vocal about these personal property taxes, then there will be a decrease once the completion of one casino has been done. Also, there's going to be 5,600 construction and permanent jobs. Who do you know right now that's gearing up to hire 5,600 people? So again, I don't see that as a drain. I see that as a pouring into. $25 million in free advertising across all Urban One media platforms provided to Richmond over 10 years to promote the city's initiatives and public services. I've been telling you, they have been pouring into the city for the last 20 years. So that commitment to do that will continue. And I'm still waiting for the naysayers to call in. Here's the time now to be vocal about this. I believe Mr. Liggins and the entire Urban One and One Casino uh, teams have been very, very transparent. And let me say this along this line here is that our General Assembly, when they decided to grant licenses, they made sure that those who applied for the licenses were going to be able to uh, deliver on their promise. The whole uh, project from start to finish and coming to the referendum and everything has been very transparent in terms of where the people have been kept abreast of things. There have been so many commercials, so many discussions, so many opportunities to ask Mr. Liggins questions, and also of your city officials as well. So it's been well documented. And here's something as I look at, only want to spend a little time. We're talking about 50% majority participation in jobs. We're talking about 50 percent local hiring, 40% minority participation in construction and ongoing construction at that. Again, where are projects that are going on right now where you have large participation of minority owned and operated companies in the city at this time? So there are a lot of opportunities. And I was hoping tonight that all those people that have been, jumping on the conversation would call in. You don't even have to, give your name. You can be anonymous. I'm going to leave the next 10 or 15 minutes for you to call in and have a discussion with me. You don't agree with me? That's fine. I'm not doing this for people to agree with me, but to look at the facts, look at it in black and white, and see that there are so many positives to this project coming. And let me say this now. Here's one that really, I don't know about you, but it really upset me when he talked about bringing it to Southside. And in certain circles, it's being said if you take it to the South Side and you hire a lot of the people in the South Side, that they're not capable of budgeting their money, that they're gonna spend it all, that it's not gonna benefit them any. It's not going to get them up out of poverty. It's not going to work. And I am saying that, to me, I take that as an insult. I live in the South Side. So what is being said is that people in the South Side don't know how to save, don't know how to exercise common sense, that we're just, again, very frivolous with our money, and that we're, if you bring us good jobs, that we don't know how to handle it. That's basically what's being said. So that's just like saying, DuPont, you guys need to close down, or either don't hire anybody from the South Side because they don't know how to handle prosperity. Philip Morris, long time staple in South Side. I'm sure there are a lot of people that live in the South Side that have retired and doing very well. And in fact, most of the times that I hear is that the people that worked at Philip Morris went on to start other lucrative businesses and are doing quite well and have been very successful. So that argument that if you bring the casino and resort to Southside and you hire a majority of the people from the South Side, that it's going to be detrimental to the those residents in the South Side. I can't tell you how Trumpish that sounds. In other words, again, we don't know how to manage our funds. We don't know how to be responsible citizens. And again, that is a slap in the face to everybody in this district. And it really is saying that black folk don't know how to take care of their money. Poor people, are poor because yeah, there are some mismanagement in all cases, but a lot of times it's not, it's because there are no economic opportunities. We can't even get a big box grocery store over here because many of those that will be developers saying that the medium income in Southside, it will not support it. But now, if you present these job opportunities and raise the medium income of the families in here, now we change the narrative. So I'm gonna call a spade in this. And again, I have some fantastic uh, European friends, some white friends. So this is no shade on you all, but again, this seems like the numbers will support this. This is being cut right down the racial lines here. It's saying that no, the South Side, because you got a large percentage of black and brown people over there. And then they talked about the crime rate is going to go up. I with one over 1,000 cameras, a security force. If any of you all have been to MGM Grand, you don't see a lot of hear about a lot of crime happening on in that area. You don't. You don't hear about that kind of stuff because the security is just again extremely tight. So all the things that people are trying to say to get people not to vote for this casino is, again, nothing that is substantial. And I'm waiting. I just love one person to call right now and put up an argument, a discussion, or debate of why this casino is not good for the city, why it's not good for the South Side. Because let me tell you something: if we don't pass this referendum here in Richmond, guess what? That's not it, because somewhere in central Virginia, there will be a casino. So why not Richmond? Why not Southside? Why not, again, have this revenue to stay right here in this district, in this city? Because money leaves this city when it comes to people going out to fine dining and going to casinos. There's so much money that goes up to the MGM Grand. There's so many dollars that actually go outside of Richmond in terms of the grocery stores and Chesterfield and other areas, because, to be honest, the South Side has always been the stepchild, and so we have an opportunity. to vote yes and change that narrative. So again, I was hoping that I would get some calls. Uh, I was hoping I would get some comments to have a discussion about this. I understand. I hope that I've been able to clear up some things about the misnomer and some of the misinformation out here. And here's something else that you need to focus. Not one red cent will come from the city for this project. So it's on Urban One, it's on TV One, it's on One Casino and all their affiliates. It's it's got to work because again they're footing the bill for everything. So I'm sure they don't want to do anything that's going to be detrimental and delay or destroy the success of what they're going to be doing. We're talking about millions of dollars that will be at stake here. And right now, when this referendum passes, about 30 days later, there is money that's in escrow right now that will $25 million in that dollar range will come to the city. So it is a win-win. This is a win for the city. It is a win for South Richmond. It is a win for those in the 8th and ninth district. So there you have it. I put it out there. Again, if you, it's your choice, but I'm voting yes because I believe in this project. I believe as a resident, it's going to again have great economic impact, and I believe as a resident of the 8th district that One Casino and Resort is going to be a fantastic benefit to the city. So that's been my take on it. Again, I want to say that my views are simply my own. They have no, again, they're not the views necessarily of any of our sponsors or radio affiliates or anybody other than Cruz Sherman. So appreciate you. If you have any questions, you can always inbox me. I'll be glad to go back over into this. I'll be glad to have a discussion with you. But I'm asking you to vote yes, for casino, One Casino and Resort. It is a win-win for the city. You all have a great night. Thank you for tuning in. Those that dropped in, have any comments, they want to put them on the air, I'll be glad to address them off air. Have a good night.